Good morning, my beautiful friends. This is your wake up call with Maui Paul. I am Maui Paul. We are here today to say some nice things about ourselves. I want to say thank you guys so much for being here. Good morning. Let's see here. Good morning, Pepper. Good morning, Dan. Good morning, Wendy. Good morning, Shauna. Wonderful to see all you guys here today. Question of the day is: when are you most creative? And Dan says that most creative when the odds are stacked against me, a desire to win. Boy, let me tell you, that is a wonderful answer. I certainly, whenever I've had the odds stacked against me, I have definitely gotten very creative and definitely used my resources more effectively. I feel like I'm most creative when it's dark outside. So once the sun goes down or before the sun comes up, I find that I get my most creative work done. So yeah, and also thank you to Dan for reminding me. We used to do a question of the day, and so yeah, this question of the day goes out to Dan. So thank you so much for responding to it. Anyways, guys, we are here today to say some nice things about ourselves and ultimately to change up the way that we are going to see the world today. It is a new day, it is a new dawn, and we have the ability to be whoever we choose to be today. We have the ability to do new things and to see the world in a different light, and ultimately to remake it in our image. So let's have some fun today. Let's pull a card off the top of the deck. I'm going to ask you if you are the affirmation on the card, and we are going to respond out loud together. I am that affirmation. We're continuing to go through an animal deck that Pepper is making, and I'm very excited to announce that the Pinterest board actually reached over 4,000 people in the last 30 days. What a cool metric that is! It reached about 650 just yesterday. How neat! So yeah, how neat it is to how neat it is to reach that many folks. Anyways, so yeah, we're gonna go through yet another one of these cards. I'm gonna ask you if you are the affirmation on the card, and then we're gonna respond out loud together. I am that affirmation. All right, so let's see here. Let's pull that card off the top of the deck and say that today I am artistic. I am artistic. My creativity finds genuine expression. So I am artistic. My creativity finds genuine expression. Are you artistic? You are artistic. Your creativity finds genuine expression. I'm going to write that down in the comments, and I encourage you to do the same thing. Writing down that I am artistic. My creativity finds genuine expression. And so yeah, once again, this is a nature deck from Pepper, and that bird right there that we're looking at is called a bower bird. So bower birds, they make a very particular type of a nest. They actually make a nest that looks very much like a bridal bower. And what a bower bird does in order to attract a mate is they find all kinds of brightly colored things, and they put them all up inside the nest. And then when a female comes, or the male bower bird is the one that builds this bower, and when the female comes to check out the nest, the female will actually decide to stay with the male or not stay with the male based on the quality of the bower itself. And so the bower bird builds this really beautiful nest, and then does a mating dance and mating rituals inside of this little bower that they've built. But they are by far one of the most creative nest builders in the bird kingdom. And so we are artistic today, and our creativity finds genuine expression. Being artistic is not necessarily about being able to draw. I know a lot of people who think that being artistic is about being able to draw or being able to do some kind of a visual art. But in the end, life itself is art. And the life that we live and the lives that we lead become our masterpiece. Because there will come a time when we aren't around anymore. And the only thing that is going to remain of us is the art that we made during our lives, the masterpiece that we made during our lives. And ultimately, art is about provoking a reaction in the person who is looking at the art. And so too do our lives provoke a reaction, well, when the people around us see the way that we are living. And so let's live in an artistic way. Let's be creative, and let's allow that creativity to find its genuine expression. The fact is that there are lots of different ways to be artistic. There are lots of different ways to be creative. And ultimately, so long as we are creating something that we like, then our creativity is finding genuine expression. So long as we feel like we are empowered in our creative process, so long as we are enjoying the act of creation. If there's one thing that I've noticed about all artists, and that includes myself, it's that we can sometimes tend to get into a mode where we don't think it's good enough. Because no matter what we do, it's never going to live up to the way that we see it in our head. I've made hundreds of these cards, and Pepper has probably made hundreds of them as well at this point. And of the hundreds of these cards that I've made, I can find some little flaw with all of them if I look at them closely enough. And yet they have inspired thousands of people. And I'll bet you look at them and you don't see any of the flaws, but I look at them and I do. And this is one thing one thing that that artists need to be very careful about is judging our own work. When our creativity finds genuine expression, that does not mean that our creativity needs to find perfection. Perfection is not what we seek. Genuine expression is what we seek. And as we express ourselves genuinely, the people around us are going to say, wow, that's perfect, even if we don't think it is. And so let's be like the bowerbird today, and let's feather our nest with beautiful, colorful things. Let's create a beautiful, inviting atmosphere in our home, and let's use our creativity to create something that's unique and beautiful and awesome, and ultimately attractive to others. Because as we do that, as we engage in the artistry that is our lives, as we continue to paint the masterpiece that is our lives, as that happens, then we are ultimately expressing ourselves, and in the end, expressing ourselves is what we are here to do. We are here to find an outlet for our greatest gifts. We are here to find an outlet for our genuine expression. So I am artistic today, and you are artistic too. And so as we go about our day, as we do the things that we do, whether they are creative acts or whether they are the mundane things that we do every day, let's realize that we can imbue anything that we do with some artistry. Let's do some let's recognize that that no matter what we do, that if we just put some intentionality into it, that we can turn it into art. And ultimately, that's what art is about. Art is about some intentionality. When whatever it is that we are doing, when we do it with some intentionality, when we do it with some love, then we are able to be creative. Yeah. Life is art. The fact is that I read it once in a poetry book that said that a man who bakes a bitter bread, or a man who bakes a bread without love, bakes a bitter bread that feeds but half a man's hunger. And so, no matter what we're doing, let's do it with love. Let's do it with caring. Let's do it with compassion. And in that way, we will definitely find genuine expression. All right, guys. So I will return tomorrow with another wake up call, continuing the theme that we've been going with this week. I want to say many thanks to Pepper for continuing to make up these animal decks. They are super cool, and of course, helping me to find a new audience. And heck, she's finding a new audience too on Pinterest, where once again, yeah, we had over 600 views yesterday. Just yesterday, over 600 people saw the cards on Pinterest. 600 people who pretty much, by and large, do not attend the wake-up call. And it's great to have that, the message finding a new audience. That's super cool. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow at 9 a.m. We'll go through another one of these. But until then, I want to say thank you so much for coming here. Let's just see what y'all have to say in the chat before we roll out. So once again, good morning to Pepper. Thank you so much for moderating the Twitch stream, and to Dan and to Wendy. Good morning to Shauna. Good to see you here today. Looks like Josiah has popped in. Good morning, Josiah. Good morning, Teresa. Wonderful that you are here today with us. You are definitely artistic, Teresa. Hey, this one goes out to you, Teresa. I know that you are really settling into your own artistic expression and how cool it is. I love to be surrounded by artists. Artists are neat people. So keep on being artistic. Keep on genuinely expressing your creativity. And don't beat yourself up too bad when the art doesn't turn out the way that you think it ought to. In the end, we all think it's beautiful. Anyhow, so we are artistic today. Our creativity finds genuine expression. Um, yeah, Pepper would like to interrupt for a moment, but it's not really interrupting because it's my show, so she can do whatever she wants. But hop on over here, Pepper.
Hi. So, I'm blocked by I'm blocked by my own card, such as the artist way of things.
Bam. Let me just turn it off.
We'll get there one day. There we go. Anyway, so I'm going to scoot over this way. So a lot of you may know that I ran a very successful art business before I came down to Georgia. And in designing this card, I wanted to get across the message that no matter what you do, life is art. When you cook something and you make a beautiful meal, hide those puppies. When you make a beautiful meal, that is art. If you go to a restaurant and you see a dish and you're like, this is gorgeous, this is the most beautiful plate I've ever seen, I want to put it on Instagram. It's art. You make a nice coffee, that's art. If you sing, that's another form of art. Look at the beautiful embroidery. There we go. I'm working with like the camera view right here, even though it's right in front of me. It's like somebody designed this beautiful logo here that's this way.
I did it.
But it's art. So the point is that anything, no matter how big, no matter how small, you are creating and you are making art and you are artistic and your creativity finds genuine expression in the most surprising of ways sometimes. All right, that's it. Pepper out!
All right. Thank you so much, Pepper. You are artistic. I am artistic too. And it was fun to have you on the wake up call. All right, guys. I love you. I care about you. Thank you so much for being here. I know that you guys are artistic, and so am I. So let's live a life today that is full of our own artistic expression. And as we do that, we are ultimately finding even greater purpose. Hey, how's it going there, Jan? Nice to see that you have arrived as well today. All right, guys. So I'll talk to you guys tomorrow at 9 a.m. We'll come out with another one of these, and then tomorrow, tomorrow at 9 a.m. we'll come up with another one. Until then, I love you. I care about you. I think you're awesome. Thanks, Pepper, for hopping on the stream today. And I will see you guys later. If you would like to check out the Pinterest board, there are even more of these cards on there, and she's got that linked in the comments. Until then, just your daily reminder that you're awesome. I love you. I care about you. I think that you are amazing, and I will talk to you all tomorrow at 9 a.m. Until then, aloha from paradise.